Hi everybody, we are in Yuma, Arizona, and I wanted to share with you some of the environmental impact that the construction of the border wall had on this area. To the left of the border wall, what you can see, it is a staging station. This area used to be full with native vegetation that got bulldozed in order to store materials for the construction of the border wall. At the end of the wall, there are shipping containers, a technique that increased popularity in recent months in order to fill some of the gaps that remain after the construction of the main wall. If you observe carefully, you can tell that these shipping containers are not very efficient, as people can go around them very easily. They had to also bulldoze all this area to place them, which is very bad for the river that has a very delicate ecosystem and endangered species of animals and also vegetation. To the distance, there is San Luis Rio, Colorado, who is the Mexican neighbor. Gaps remain open just right next to these shipping containers. Fixed integrated towers and other kinds of surveillance are in place in order to track migrants trying to cross through that place. A half a mile from that gap, there used to be a larger gap that recent days got filled with shipping containers in order to try to stop undocumented migration coming from there. The Colorado River already plays a natural barrier, followed by an irrigation canal that carries hypersaline water that comes from the agricultural waste from the United States and is sent to Mexico. Back in 1999, Yuma and the US government tried to create a desalination plant with an investment of over $250 million to have a better use for that water. Unfortunately, that is not working right now, which we could be saving a lot of water and putting it to a better use for US and Mexico residents. Out to your right, you can see the Morelos Dam. This is the last place where the Colorado River gets dammed. As water seeps through it, it creates a beautiful marsh. This is a very important ecosystem for all of the birds and plants that live on this area. It's also a very popular place for migrants to cross, as they don't have to swim through the river to come to this side. There is also a staging area out to the distance where all of the leftover materials from the construction of the border wall were left behind. Also, native vegetation got bulldozed on that area. Shipping containers have been placed to stop migrants to come through this area, pushing migrants just about a mile south from there where there is a larger gap. Birds still able to cross from one side to the other of the border wall barrier. But according to bird watching enthusiasts from the area, there is way less birds to what they used to see back in the day before this border wall was constructed and stadium lights were placed around the border wall. On the south end of the wall, just a mile down, there is a migrant processing station. This is where the wall ends and the Cocopah Reservation begins. The Cocopah tribe decided not to put a border wall on their area as they were concerned about their environment and their ancestral land. So migrants can come just a mile south from the Morelos Dam and meet Border Patrol agents to ask for asylum.